Hey guys, TheChrisD here with something that you don't normally see from me, which is a gameplay commentary. Generally because I'm always shit when I do these. So recently, over the past weekend, Modern Warfare 3 was free on Steam, so I gave it a download to give it a bash. You know, why the hell not? Even though the fact it's still €60 and still only €40 even with the discount. To give it a bash, this was the first game that I played, and it's kind of become a habit of mine to always upload the first game of anything that I tend to play. If only just to see how shit I tend to be at the beginning. So this game is, I think it's Domination on Interchange from the Mercenary playlist, and you may notice that I was using the FOV changer for this because when I played Black Ops during the free weekend, Black Ops had its FOV slider, and I used it because high FOV on PC is kind of standard. Yet the fact that it wasn't in Modern Warfare 3 and was only available via an external program it seems to indicate how the game has gone very consoleized. The fact that they still remained with matchmaking and the only way you could rank up is through matchmaking made it even worse. As I remember, Black Ops, you could just go into pretty much any old server. There you go, sorted, you'll rank up, no problem. Yes, and this in Modern Warfare 3 on PC, if you want to play on dedicated servers, you can't rank up. You have to, I presume, you go by whatever items the server makes available to you, or you just, I don't know exactly how it is. I didn't go into them because obviously the whole point of playing is to at least unlock some of the stuff to rank up and whatnot. So one of the main issues that I had with the game when I played with it is actually how it controls. Mouse sensitivity was a very finicky bastard, I found. I couldn't go even in between. It was barely, what, 20% on the bar. It's like it's only a complete bar slider. There's not even a number to tell you, okay, here's what it is. It's just complete bar slider. You have to pick something random and then test it and see how it works out. And there was a certain range, I think somewhere between 15 and 25% or something. Somewhere in there. If I was at the bottom, it was at 15, it wouldn't go very far at all. If it was at 25, it would go way too far. And it was just an absolute pain to work with. As it is, the way I have set up my mouse is it's set up onto very high DPI and then low mouse sensitivity in Windows. But even as you might be able to see in this, in some cases I was flying all over the place. And in other cases I was barely moving at all. Like I could just move normally, swish my mouse around, and in some cases it would do a 180, in other cases I'd barely turn 45 degrees. It was very finicky. It's almost like it is suited only for a controller. And that's the thing. That's the one thing I need to do. I need to actually go play this on the 360 to compare the main differences. Obviously, low FOV and the controls are almost completely designed for a console environment, so once I get back to playing on console, then we'll see, just exactly how good or bad it was. So there will be a comparison of that at some point. So, another thing I wanted to discuss was the future of what the hell I'm actually going to put on my channel. I really don't know. Most things recently has just been whatever random game I'm playing, or gameplay, whatever, be it with people or not, and just upload that if I end up recording it. Anything structured? Yeah, well, we'll see anyway. I really don't feel like starting to make anything structured. It's really just a case of whatever the hell I'm playing or I record, I put up. There's nothing structured planned. Although I do have to, at some point, get back to finishing Pokemon. And from there, well, we'll see. I have an awful lot of games on my Steam profile that I haven't even touched yet that I could potentially do at some point. I really wasn't sure what else I was going to talk about, but I would say there's a few other gripes that I could talk about MW3. I was talking to Slow recently on Skype about some of the things about the game, and it's in a fairly broken state, I will be honest. Some things about it will just... I noticed that I was getting killed rather quickly in some cases, even barely taking 2 shots. I'm well aware that can be in some cases, like Type 95 is what, 55 damage close range, but even then I felt like I was being I barely even take one hit and I'm practically already dead. In some cases it is obvious. Even in this video there was some case in the start where I was getting hits on a guy and then all of a sudden he turns around the corner, barely starts firing the PP90, and there we go, that's me down. And another thing I really hated was shooting down air support. It is very, very hard to do, considering you only get the small at the beginning, and the small can't even kill a chopper in one shot. The small doesn't kill the chopper completely, I don't know why. And the javelin's at 24, that's a pain to use sometimes. I've never really used the javelin for air support before. The reason, I don't understand why a stinger comes out at level 40. Why can't they have it so that the stinger is unlocked at the beginning? Possibly alongside another launcher or instead of another launcher. The fact that it's aircraft lock-on only kind of seems to indicate, may as well give it to them from the beginning, or at least give it to them in a default class, so that they can potentially use it against air support rather than having to rely on everyone else or rely on a more low-powered option, which the SMAW is. Stinger is the perfect anti-air, but when, in the case of a free weekend, when nearly everyone is potentially new, then the fact that there is very little that people can actually do to shoot down air support because no one has it unlocked, I don't understand it. And then obviously then there's the other problem, which is going to be ripe in all games anyway, be it on 360 or PC, the fact that you have the people abusing pretty much anything akimbo, but especially the FMG9s, and then you have those that are just MP7. The MP7 is broken. I don't know what the video was that I watched recently. There was a video that I watched recently. I can't remember who actually put it out, but basically it was, he kind of investigated the recoil of nearly every single MW3 gun, and you know, most things will be fine. It's kind of a little bit all over the place in some cases based on kick and grips and whatnot, so it kind of got a little better. But then you have the MP7 with a recoil pattern that goes straight up, and that's it. It's inherently broken. Not to mention, hipfire spread on several weapons is a bit unrealistic. Again, I will quote the FMG9s. That it's just, I don't see why they give it. They give, if you're going to give someone a machine pistol, which is pretty much a submachine gun, you may as well. You don't need to not even bother. I mean, there are several ways they could potentially nerf it by making it that every time you take it out, you have to cock the gun. So if you're putting it away, it ends up folding it back up into the briefcase shape. So that way, every time you take it out, you have to do the flipping animation. I don't know why they don't put that in, why they don't completely nerf the fire rate or the damage for it. Why is it doing 40 to 20 when it's a machine pistol? I think it's 40 to 20 anyway, but why is it doing so much damage for a machine pistol? And the MP7 just needs, it needs to add more lateral recoil. The fact that it's only going up, it's like, oh my god. One good thing I did kind of get out of it was when I started playing Drop Zone. It was okay. Apart from the fact that actually, you know, getting onto the Drop Zone pretty much meant instant death every time because of incessant use of grenades and rocket launchers. At least it's interesting because you get, you know, it's a piss around really, but you get rewarded for it by all the care packages. I mean, I got a few juggernauts out of it, and the one time I got the assault juggernaut, it was like, oh wow, holy shit. Of course, actually getting that in real games is, for me, would be probably almost impossible to actually put together a 15 kill streak. Oh dear. I wouldn't mind actually going back to Black Ops on PC. At least the PC version of it was a good game. Like, they didn't just basically port the complete console to the PC. They actually added everything, you know, proper dedicated servers that you could level up on, the FOV and everything like that. It was actually almost as if they decided, okay, we need to cater to the PC gamers. Let's try and, you know, make a specific build of this game that's good for PC. In the end, you know, these games really obviously don't have anywhere. They're not. You can't really compare them to Battlefield 3. But I'd never be playing Battlefield 3 because it's Origin only, and I just don't agree with Origin. I don't agree with Origin, I don't agree with EA's intentions for Origin. It's just a complete load of wank. Never mind the fact that at the beginning it technically used to be a keylogger or a malware, well, maybe not malware, but it used to be a keylogger at the beginning anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be. See why I don't do these commentaries very often. But anyway, future for the channel, who knows? Several things coming out soon, and I plan to do something with regards to the recently announced Civ 5 Gods and Kings expansion. When that comes out, and I buy it and download it, I'm probably going to end up doing a complete full-length game of that here on my channel, kind of similar to how, okay, it won't be Deity, but it'll be similar to how guys like Quill18 and Mad Jin do it. I hope, anyway. Eventually finish off Pokemon, maybe pick up a new Let's Play. If you guys want to suggest something, I'm all ears, because, as I said, I have too much shit I need to play. But yeah, anyway, this was that very first MW3 PC game, which was a load of bullshit. As you can see, I'm just kind of glad I actually managed to keep my KD at 1. And you'll see that some people giving out, because that's pretty much what it was. Oh well, I'll see you.